I can write very well, but when it comes to speaking, it's really, really difficult. I don't know what to do. I've tried all the methods. I really faced a lot of problem when I tried speaking. I could write very well, just like you. I could write. I used to be intimidated because some people are quite comfortable with speaking. With the help of ChatGPT, okay, Grammarly, or anything to write articles. But learning happens when you make mistakes, when you cross check, when you verify. If you are not able to analyze, if you don't understand where the analysis is, learning English today not to show off, not to show that they want to get a I can write very well, but when it comes to speaking, it's really, really difficult. I don't know what to do. I've tried all the methods, but still I'm not able to speak. I can write very well. I don't make any mistakes also. I think it's high time that you rephrase this and understand what's actually happening so that you don't waste your time on wrong methods. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Rini Rose Matthew. How have you all been? It's really nice to connect with many people who are passionate about learning. Now, coming to today's topic, many of you feel that I can write very well. I don't make any mistakes. Many learners have told me this. You're very comfortable with writing because you're used to it and you have been doing it for a very long time. And the reality check is when you really understand the ground level, that is, you have more time to proofread, edit, and find the right word, with or without reference. Not necessary that you have to always refer the dictionary and find the best words, but still, you have more time while writing. But when it comes to speaking, you're expected to be spontaneous. Spontaneity doesn't mean speaking very fast in a flamboyant language with all the right expressions without any mistakes. No. Spontaneity, presence of mind. I've already done a video on communication skills. So, the first thing that you have to understand is you cannot say that you're not making mistakes while writing. You're more comfortable with writing. You're not comfortable with speaking because it requires some spontaneity. Or you know that you're making mistakes. It happens in seconds, right? When it comes to writing, you have more time. You can think. And you can do a lot of things when it comes to writing, submitting, drafting, and composing, even an email. Suppose you make 10 mistakes while speaking, you could be making just 2. The mistakes are fewer in number. But it's not that you're not making any mistakes. I really faced a lot of problem when I tried speaking. I could write very well, just like you. I could write very well. I could take a lot of time. Without referring also, I could write paragraphs and pages. I knew that I was fluent. I knew that I was good, like kind of okay with grammar. And I knew that I could handle the language, but still why this hesitation? Because I was not used to it. So, not only English, even when you speak in your mother tongue or any other language, if you feel that the person sitting in front of you is better with the language, with that tool, the so-called tool that's the language, you will feel a bit uneasy, and that's okay. With some practice, you can really work on it. So just like some of you, I too used to think that my voice doesn't matter, did not matter, or I may not be able to speak properly in the English language, even when I knew the language, even when I knew that I was quite fluent, not an expert, but I knew that I will be able to manage. But still, I used to be intimidated because some people are quite comfortable with speaking, whether it's in the English language or in the mother tongue. Some people are really comfortable. So some people come and speak to me in my mother tongue. So I used to get intimidated because they are quite verbose. They can use the words very well. That's a kind of skill. So I used to stop talking. I used to always listen. I never had the guts to speak. I used to think that I'll not be able to speak. But writing was much easier for me. But then slowly I realized, slowly I started understanding that there could be a lot of speakers around you. There could be a lot of people who are proficient in the language, but you are what you are. Okay, you are unique. People may say that you resemble this person, you look similar, you are like that, you are like my friend, but there's nothing known as exact. Even twins will have their own differences, their own uniqueness in character, in everything. So I understood this particular thing and I started working on my speaking skills. I didn't join any course as such, but it was a small fix that I required. Why did I think that I couldn't speak, or what was the need for me to always think in a negative way that I will not be able to speak, my voice did not matter, or there are better speakers, so why should I speak? So, voicing your opinion, putting it in the right way, and also working on your writing and speaking skills parallelly is very important. And there was a time when I used to always suppress my needs. I knew that I was having a fever. I knew that I was not keeping well. I knew that something was not okay with me, or I was not very comfortable with this particular costume. I used to suppress. And what happened eventually? My health started failing, or I was the only one who suffered. So that shouldn't happen. Whether it's for communication purpose, whether it's to build your professional graph, even if it's just to draft an email, I think communication is important. And the minute you come out of that comfort zone, you will be able to do it. The second point that I would like to remind you is there was a time when we all started using dictionary, the automated dictionaries, right? So there was a time when I used to be really dependent on the dictionary, and gradually I understood that I'm losing track of the spellings. For example, words like receive. So it's because I started losing touch with the words. So when you're not able to spell a word, you are actually creating a gap. I've already spoken about this through one of the videos. And then what did I do? I switched off the dictionary and I started spelling it out on my own. And then, of course, I used apps and dictionary, the offline dictionary. You will always have a physical copy with you, but suppose you're too lazy, suppose you're traveling, you need to use the offline dictionary or simply ask Google. So that's what I did. So I used this automated dictionary, this beautiful facility to cross check and verify that my spelling is correct. I think that's what you have to do. So what I'm trying to tell you is you become dependent on these facilities. The facilities are good. It makes your life easier. Suppose you have to deliver a speech tomorrow. You don't have time. You take the help of ChatGPT, okay, Grammarly or anything to write articles. But you should understand that they are not always accurate. It could be inaccurate with incomprehensible data. This is a problem that we are facing. So the skill to reflect, the skill to contemplate, the skill to analyze. Today, ChatGPT helps with analysis also. You'll be able to compare. But there is still a very big limit. You cannot always claim that it is 100% correct. Not coming to the percentage, but why do you want to lose yourself? Why do you want to slowly and gradually corrode your mind and stop reflecting and thinking? That's when technology takes over. Everything is created to make your life comfortable. And many people say if it falls in the wrong hands, then that's when problems creep in. No, even if it falls into the right hands, even if the right person is using it, there are chances that you become lazy slowly. Like, for example, I told you, I was quite okay with spellings, but the minute I started using dictionary, the minute you type the first letter, the dictionary will tell you the next. It will complete the word for you because you have been using it for a long time. And that will slowly make you dependent on whatever you're using, the app or the other facilities, the things that are actually designed to make your life easier. But if you have to give something all of a sudden, and that to within short notice of time, you have to prepare a presentation and you need to check the spellings, definitely you can take the help of these apps. But do not become dependent, because when you become dependent, you are not learning. Learning happens when you make mistakes, when you cross-check, when you verify. So once you finish drafting, of course, you take the help of ChatGPT. That's how some of us operate. Okay, many learners use ChatGPT, but still, remember that analytical skills, the level of intelligence that we are endowed with, and also the power to reflect and reason is beyond words. It cannot be expressed in words. Okay, so pay attention to that, understand, comprehend this beautiful skill that you've already got. You just have to work on it and then use the apps. So another point is Once you get corrected by ChatGPT or by Grammarly, I'm using these two apps because it's quite famous. It's been helping people around. It's a chat bot which really helps you with your requirements. But let me tell you one more thing. If you are not able to analyze, if you don't understand where the analysis has really gone wrong, if you're not able to do that, if you don't have the mindset to reflect, cross check, reason out, then how can you find out the error made by ChatGPT or all these apps that are really designed to make your life easier? It's not possible. So you should get into this habit of learning and cross checking and verifying. So on a daily basis, you have to be consistent. You shouldn't stagnate. The learning phase shouldn't stagnate for you, where you become completely dependent on all these things. And then one day you realize, I'm not able to spell the name of certain places that I'm already familiar with. I'm not able to spell this word. I was able to do it. Communication, learning, writing, working on a lot of things other than language makes your life fruitful and purposeful. Otherwise, what's the difference between you and the machines? Right? So always remember that we don't get upgraded from the organic mode. Of course, you learn, you progress, you develop, and the beautiful part is you become a beautiful personality over time. You progress as a learner and as an individual. But you need to remember that you are organic. Your brain is designed in such a way that with practice, with trial and error method, through different other techniques, only you can grow and progress in life. So you're not going to have a microchip growing within you. Okay, you're not going to change from this version to another version where you become a machine or you become a partial machine with microchips and this much memory. So memory becomes better through exercises and a lot of other things. So that's the flexibility and the beauty of how we are created. Okay, so make your life easier through these apps. Many people are talking about it. Understand how it works. Also, at the same time, understand how your brain works and what are the requirements. Okay, do not focus on the quantity. The quality is important. When you focus on quality, you don't have to always run behind all these trends and the materialistic things. Certain things are important in life. Prioritize and work accordingly. The last point is, I've been telling this repeatedly, you need to come out of your comfort zone. If you're not able to speak, first thing is speak when you're alone. It may sound a bit weird, but speaking alone really matters. You can read alone, read aloud with expression, intonation, try different modes. Then speak on what you have read or what did I understand. Talk to yourself, speak to yourself, have a talk with yourself also. After that, you can talk and also discuss with your friends who are encouraging, who are into constructive feedback and criticism and not destructive feedback and criticism. Stay away from such people. I know it's very difficult to find such people today. There are a lot of learners who have been sharing it. But along with that, try to find a mentor, a guide, or a platform, or anything that really helps with your speaking skills, a person or something that can really correct your mistakes. And the last point is, do not repeat the same mistake. So avoid the repetition. Repeat what you have to learn, the guidelines and not the errors. But today we can see people repeating the errors. They don't understand where they are making the mistake. You can really focus and work on such things. Okay, so repeat, recycle, and also relearn. Okay, recycle the thoughts that you have in your mind. Change your mindset. Everybody is learning English today not to show off, not to show that they want to get a proper job. Of course, the requirement is there, but still everybody is not doing that. Some of them are really passionate. I have a lot of passionate learners who are already good with the language joining me, trying to just work on the communication skills. Some people just want to brush up their language skills. So we learn from each other. Okay? So next time when you feel I can write well, but I cannot speak, all these points should come to your mind. Okay? Thank you so much. Bye-bye.